1985, we admired the perestroika, or openness, but then we don't like the way it follows, and the way chaos break out, and then instability, and everything is going wrong. And even Vietnam has to give humanitarian aid to people in Moscow. So it's no good.
How much money do you get in foreign aid from Russia?
I understand that we gave about 5 billion Vietnamese dong to people in Moscow.
You gave to them?
Last year, yeah.
Instead of them giving to you?
We gave because they are in difficult situation now.
So in other words, over the years, during the war, the American war, you took a lot of aid from Russia?
Yeah, yes, right.
And now you're giving it back?
No, it's not giving it back. They are in difficult situation, and therefore if we can, we may give some. Of course, the need for the Russian people now are enormous, and international community must help Vietnamese. We are poor, we cannot, but we have the goodwill to help.
Let me ask you what will sound like a nasty question. If communism is so good, why is Vietnam so poor?
I think that this is, too extreme, extreme question. The first one, we consider communism is very good, but that's far away. That is the aim of mankind to follow. Not right now, You cannot realize that aims now in Vietnam and some other countries. You have to work toward that one to the day. The other part of the question is about the poor in Vietnam. Now we got a lot of problems. We got the war with Japan, war with France, the war with the United States, and the backward of the developing countries, and the wrong of the policy too. So now we realize that we have to renovate the economy. Therefore, we have đổi mới or renovation, and we got results already. If you came here in 1986 or 87, things were much different than now. At that time, this room may be very stuffy, no air conditioning, no electricity, or very dim light. But now you can see the room is better furnished. You can go into the street and you see a lot of shops and people going back and forth with a lot of activity. I remember in 1987 when Mr. Perot, Ross Perot, came here, he said that one advice I can give to you is that you should mobilize your people to work now like they worked during the war. At that time we couldn't do that. People are very slowly at working. But now, you see they going in all directions for working. Everyone trying to work to develop, of course for money, but also for some other purposes to develop the country.
I assume that Mr. Perot might run for president of the United States.
I see.
Are you aware of that?
I heard and I saw some articles, but I received his advisor many times. At least 13 who came to Vietnam.
For what reason?
For a lot of reasons. For MIA issue, for economic issue, for humanitarian, issues, and he came many times. So I know a little bit about him.
Did he come more than other American delegations?
Certainly. 13 times, that's a lot, since 1987.
What's his name?
His name is Mr. Harry McKillop.
And did he offer you help?
Yes.
What kind of help?
For school, for university, or for hospital.
How many times has Mr. Perot been here?
Only one.
What did you think of him?
I think that he is intelligent, friendly to Vietnam at that time. But he has to carry out his promises.
To Vietnam?
Yeah.
Has he done that?
Not yet.
What kind of promises did he make?
He promised to help some of our schools, university, for textbooks, for medicine equipment, and then to bring in U.S. businessmen to Vietnam for looking into the economic situation in Vietnam to develop their relation in the future. We are still waiting. His, advisor, McKillop, will come in a few weeks, I think.
Do you think if he runs for president, that will help you get the aid that he promised you?
I don't know. I have to look forward to, because for the past 4 or 5 years, we haven't got from him. We only got advices. Maybe he very strict to carry out or to follow the embargo. I don't know. But many other NGOs came here already, and they gave aid already. Why not Mr. Perot?
Did he tell you how much in dollars he would give you?
No, never.
Are you surprised that he hasn't come through on his promise?
No, not very surprised.
Why?
Because, at first he promised, and then second, he didn't carry it out, and the third one, so I got used to it anyway. And we got a lot of Americans come here in many, many stratas or levels. And maybe some of them promised to not carry out. Some of them did carry out. And so we try to talk to everyone.
Who's been the best at promising and delivering?
I think that people from Mennonite Central Committee, a Quaker NGO, very good. And then we have the other NGOs like the Vision International.
Vision?
Yeah, international.
When you're saying NGO, what does that stand for?
Stand for non-governmental organization.
Organization?
Yeah. And some other foundations like Christophe Reynon Foundation, very good to Vietnam.
What's that again, please?
Christophe Reynon Foundation.
Let me ask you before we close the interview, what you think of President George Bush?
I think that he is a man of his word, and he will, carry out his promises, especially with Vietnam. I hope so.
When do you think the embargo will be lifted?
It is lifting gradually, step by step. And the started point was, done already last year. And the end, I don't know. It's going to be a long time.
When are you going to come visit the United States again?
I hope that very soon. Very soon, maybe this year or next year. And I hope to be in Washington again, to go to Congress, to sit in the hearing. Last year I visited, Pentagon and some other places. I would like to come again and to talk to people I know.
Well, we invite you when you come to come talk to our audience on a live program and take telephone calls and answer questions.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'd happy to go and to talk to your audience, because last year when I came, I got three, conditions. The first one, I should not talk to press. The second one, I should not talk to officials from State Department. And the third one, I should not talk to the people in the diplomatic corps. It's restriction.
Who put that on you?
Some people from the State Department. But then I was, welcomed by them and received by them and had a very friendly lunches and dinners with people from the State Department.
Mr. Lebong, Acting Director of the Americas Department, thank you very much for this time.
Thank you very much.
On Monday, the third part of Vietnam Revisited gets underway at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. We will visit a Vietnamese prison where U.S. Senator John McCain was once held during the Vietnam War. The Arizona senator will tell us about his years as a prisoner of war. We will also talk with a Vietnamese radio personality known as Hanoi Hannah. Then author and Vietnam veteran Fred Down shares his views on the war. You'll have a chance to phone in your questions and comments during this portion of our special programming. That will be accompanied by live coverage of a Memorial Day service at the Vietnam Veterans Memorial here in the nation's capital. And later in the day, we will follow a U.S. congressional delegation as it conducts a fact-finding mission involving American prisoners of war. If you would like to comment about this series, Vietnam Revisited, contact an automatic response unit at this telephone number, area code 301-718-0557.